70% of his meetings, helped him to interview his department heads, I reorganized departments like streets and sanitation, water, sewer department.
On the other hand, Carol Moseley Braun is the consensus candidate of African-American leaders. Reverend Jesse Jackson pulling those meetings together. Didn't even bring you into those meetings.
Because
Didn't even consider you a serious contender.
I made it clear right from the start that I wasn't interested in racially divisive politics and would not go in any room, any smoke-filled rooms to cut any deals. They knew better than to invite me in those rooms.
Well, let's talk about the qualifications. Carol Moseley Braun has been a U.S. Senator. Before that, she was a member of the General Assembly, a county-wide elected official. She has been ambassador she prefers to be called Ambassador Braun. Those are pretty good credentials. That resume looks stronger than yours.
Absolutely. But the key to this race is vision. Who has the vision for Chicago? I want to make Chicago the world center for nanotechnology development and nanofabrication. Bring a new industry to Chicago so that we're forever economically viable.
Now, I've heard you say that before. What have you done in nanotechnology? Was this micro-miniaturized robots, right?
That's right, yeah. Well, it's not just that. It's building from the bottom up and not the top down. It's reshaping the entire world atom by atom, and it's the next big step after Silicon Valley. The first thing that I've done is I've researched it and I've grown to understand it, and I've begun to articulate the issue. So I put it on the table for all the world to see.
How would you attract those people here to Chicago, though?
Easily. We'd use the same process that we use to try to attract people here for the Olympics. You build a public-private partnership with the private entities putting up the money and the public entities providing the muscle. You invite people in to look at the University of Chicago, University of Illinois, Northwestern University, DePaul University, Loyola, Argonne Laboratories, Fermi Laboratories, all the vacant factories we have here in the city of Chicago, our rail hub, the fact that we're the transportation center of North America, that makes us attractive, and that's why the president of China is here today.
Okay, so the question we ask every mayoral candidate who sits in that chair over there, the parking meter deal. Carol Moseley Braun says she would try to abrogate that deal and get a better deal for taxpayers. What do you think of that?
It's ridiculous. When you spend $1.15 billion, you put yourself together an ironclad deal. Here's what I've suggested. I've suggested that if people want to continue to pay $75 a year for a parking or for a city vehicle sticker, they can. But if you choose to, you can pay an additional $75 and get an enhanced City of Chicago vehicle sticker, which will allow you to park in any metered parking space for 2 hours.
Would lands go along with that, though? They shelled out a lot of money for it.
Because we can save them in terms of administration, maintenance, collection.
But it's really up to them and not City Hall, right?
Oh, absolutely. It would be something we negotiate, and as a result, the city of Chicago
you'd pay 50 extra bucks. And
75
right now,
extra bucks.
75
25
extra.
would go to the city, 50 would go to Laz.
Okay.
Excuse me.
50 bucks would go to Laz, and right now it's $3 an hour for many parts of the city. So I mean, that's just a few hours of parking.
Yeah, but it would save people tons of money. No,
it would save people tons of money, but I don't think Laz would.
Well, here's why Laz would like it. You'd have 1 million people in the city of Chicago and the suburbs who would purchase those stickers. That's $75 million up front. So it would save them in terms of their administration, collection costs, their maintenance, the stickers that you have to put in those machines. So it would be a cost savings to them, and it helps to repair their image.
All right, and how does the city balance? How do we get out of this $600, $700 million hole we're in?
The first thing that we do is we say to the big government contractors, the Kinnys, the McHughes, the Walshes, the K5s, the guys who make hundreds of millions of dollars a year, limit your profit margin from 30% down to 10% during these tough economic times. And then that saves us $400 million. We also allow more people to bid and compete in the process, the procurement process, because where there's competition, prices go down.
All right, and if the contractors say, we're not going to bid on that?
Well, there's always another contractor. Here's what you do. You unbundle the contracts and make them smaller. You provide wrap-up bonding and insurance. You provide people the opportunity to lease equipment rather than requiring them to own equipment. Now more people are bidding, and the numbers get better.
And you're going to stay on the ballot?
Oh, no doubt. That's resolved already.
Okay.
I'm here.
All right. Doc, good to see you again.
It's my pleasure.
Thanks.
Thank you, Doc. Up next, the role of money in the mayor's race.